Hey family, and welcome back to the Sartorial Lounge with the Godfather, aka Matt Pacone, and the Sartorial Don, aka Sekou McAdams. Today, Matt, we're gonna let the people know why we're in a new location. We are in our first brick and mortar store in Rochester, New York. It's a monumentous moment for all of us. After years and years of work and dedication to our craft, we finally have gotten the opportunity to be grandfathered into an institution, we like to call it. Tell me, Matt, the Pacone family and its connection to Rochester Sartorial Clothing, which was also formerly Hickey Freeman.
Well, Omeros, 1954, who my business is named after, who my dad named it after, was recruited by Hickey Freeman in 1954. Back then, the talent of tailors in the world was Italy. And my dad, being the youngest of six, only one born in the States, did not take the ride over on the Christopher Colombo, the ship was called. But either way, Omeros began working 54, 55 for Hickey and retired I think fall of 82, and I was born August of 83. And now I have the privilege to not only have worked at the former Hickey Freeman plant as a child, going to high school as a co-op program, the ins and outs of the factory. But after college, joined my dad when he went on his own, creating Omeros, doing made to measure by appointment with the same relationship with the factory that has evolved to what it is today, into Omeros, Rochester Sartorial Clothing, the Sartorial Lounge, my commander right here. Take it down, baby.
So, needless to say, Omeros and RTC have been intertwined since 1954. That's very hard to do. And expounding on your grandfather's legacy, I think there's nothing better than what we're doing. We're doing stuff against the grain. We're told, it might not be a good job for you to do it quite yet.
Against the grain. Wow. That is not only articulate, but look at the beards we got. Against the grain. You know, like you said, it may be the hard way, but it is our passion, it is our life, it is our DNA. And the DNA I have, you created on your own through your grandfather, and that connection has brought us to this foundation, this evolution of RTC Omeros, the brick and mortar.
Oh, yeah. And to even think about it this way, the U.S. used to be a powerhouse for clothing in general. Rochester used to be a powerhouse for clothing in general. Now,
1899 cents.
It's very hard to find a quality made, American made suit in America, which is extremely, to me, it's asinine that you can't find an American made suit in America.
Even the quality, like you were saying, the quality manufacturers, besides the one we're in a relationship with and have been since 1954, seem to find alternative routes, different components of the garments, where it's made. You know, for instance, all of our custom garments, it's resin has to be used. It's synthetic. It's a mass-produced way to make buttons. But you know, when we're making a garment, it's tip horn, carozo, mother of pearl, and that's always included in the price decline invest in. It's got to come from Mother Earth. It's got to be rare. It's got to be special, and it's got to be quality.
Precisely my thoughts. So let's bring the family in on what the store is all about. Because I've had some people come in the store and wonder, where's the other part of Omeros, meaning you? And I've had to tell people, we still serve our private clients. We've just opened up another echelon, another notch in our belt, so to speak. So those guys who don't have a set schedule, they can take off at 1:30 and come meet with us for 2 hours, but instead they want to come in at 2:36 and come see something.
And you brought up a good point there. I mean, you are running the store, my commander, and since then, our other friends and employees have been promoted to help me out on the road servicing our private clients that got us to this pinnacle. Excuse my pinnacle, I don't like running mill terms. Every client, every job, we still have to prove whether we've been working for them 20 years or it's the first time. But our other employees have helped take over the legwork while you run the store, helping me out, serving our private clients on the road. Even though making a stop here once a day, twice a day I do, and by certain appointments, this depth that we've created in expansion with the help of Rochester Taylor Clothing and longtime friends and partners has really allowed us to reach for the stars. It started from the foundation of service and quality and proving ourselves.
Almost up, and I think that is something that.
And wait a second.
Go ahead.
I just turned 40. You're
24.
24. My commander running the store at 24.
We're nowhere near the apex of where we're gonna go.
I'm gonna kick my guidance counselor's butt. Remember they bring you in a room in high school, hey, you should do this and that. My mom wanted me to take computer program, C++. But after, having a high school job and paying them to write the code for me because I had no idea what I was doing, and I liked math, but there was a lot going on, and I know I went off track there.
It's okay.
Okay, please continue. But this is what we were meant to do. This is our passion and it's our blood, and this is just the beginning of, for me, of decades of work. For my dad, 4 decades of work, and for my grandfather and my family.
Decades and decades and decades of work. This is so what this store is and what we want to identify it as, Rochester's new haberdashery. I don't think you'll hear that word much anymore, nor will you hear any custom clothier call himself a haberdasher these days. So for us with the store, a big thing we wanted to reinstitute was that old school level of love for the craft. Educating gentlemen as well as being educated by the client. Because just because you and I may think we know what's best for them, they might have an idea in the back of their head that they say, I don't want stripes, I want a plaid.
They're the boss.
That's it.
We could suggest and compliment, and not only that, compliment and suggest, but they decide and we service them. But there's a vast arrangement of different products, from ready to wear, different investment levels, all the way to the Omeros section, the Sartorial lines, custom made in this little corner of the niche store.
That's what I love about it. So far in the store, what we're selling is your traditional tailor-made garments. So we have trousers, we have suits, we have sport coats. We're currently working on getting off-the-rack shirts as well as off-the-rack ties. But that's the luxury of Omeros Custom Ltd. Being back here. You also get the availability to the world of made-to-measure. We have made-to-measure everything. Suits, shirts, sport coats, vests, you name it.
All USA made.
Right here in Rochester, New York.
It's just from here, it's from Omeros. It has to be manufactured here. It has to come from our measurements, or it's got to come from our partners at Rochester Taylor Clothing that are implementing overcoats off the rack and custom made in the back here for fall. Omeros is working on a stock shoe program, USA made, that hopefully later this fall we will also have, as well as, like you said, ready to wear shirts in 6 different colors. Next size is 15 to 18. We're going to have a white on white pattern shirt,
nice.
Diamond weave, white and blue twill. Which Bengal stripe did you pick?
What was it, the pink one? I think I picked the pink one.
Bengal, and 2 mini check, almost solids from 5 feet away, light blue and navy blue. So
basically we're going to make people understand wearing a suit isn't just for a special occasion. Wearing a dress shirt isn't just for a special occasion. Going out to dinner, going to the grocery store, going to the barbershop, going to the tailor, you can look the part. You don't always necessarily have to conform to society's fashion trends. That's one thing we hate at Omeros and RTC is fashion faux pas and trends. Those do not excite us, nor do they exist with us or our vocabulary.
You know, it's fine to wear Skechers and Nikes. I love them too, but when you have the tailored slack, I don't care if you're investing $28 on them, $287 or $2,000. But our point of the store here is something for everybody in the whole collection of the outfit. And if something, because we're only 6 weeks into this at the store, if something we don't have quite yet, I assure you, we could get it for you privately, and we could get it for you within a month's time.
I think that just shows our dedication to customer service. Not many, I guess blatant terms you can call us salesmen, not many salesmen look to expound on their service after they've already initially delivered.
Yeah. Or after hours of work.
Yeah.
They want to say, I want a sandal that's USA made that I'm going to wear with a cargo short, because I'll be cleaning up my lake house. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'll be doing in the morning before I have a formal dinner party for all my guests. Guess what? On the side, if they want us to find that sandal for them after hours, these are the type of service work that have gotten us to this place. And I got off on a tangent again, but it's just that we're yes people. We don't ask questions when they have it. If it's a ridiculous request, we don't ask questions. We said, let me look into that this weekend. It may take a month, it may take a day, it may take 3 months if it's extremely rare. Mm-hmm. Rare. Excuse me, I need some water. But it's important to us to never give up on a service request, especially from a client.
Oh, primarily. And to piggyback off what you said, we have a client right now who wants a yellow jacket that we've got to put some serious legwork in to find.
We've been looking for a month and a half. Not just yellow. We got a solid yellow here. He wants a mustard yellow.
Yeah.
With a brown, like Vicuna window pane.
Yeah.
And this client's nickname is Bubba, and we love him so much, Bubba. We miss you. We'll see you in a month or so. And we're still looking on that mustard yellow, but we will find it. We will find it. It came from a movie somewhere. We will. And my commander, I think, has an in that I didn't even find yet.
Oh, listen.
Monday at 10:38. That's in my schedule. Tyler booked it while I was on the road today.
I've got some new stuff, new clients, tweeds, dongle tweeds. You don't see too many clients requesting tweed. They rather just have a cashmere or a thicker wool to keep them warm.
Or even if they're educated clothing, a bold Glen plaid. Even rarer is the wider Prince of Wales. But this guy called looking to meet with you, Sartorial Clothing, Omeros, and Sekou. Mm-hmm. I pulled over on the way to a private client this morning, Victor. I didn't get to Victor. I pulled off the expressway. I'm like, listen, flashers on. I'm in a barn driveway, guy. I'm like, client's on the phone. Do you mind? Guy was nice.
Good.
But I'm like, I'm going to email Sekou, and this client we have the opportunity to prove our work to is coming in Monday at 3 o'clock. And Sekou's going to run the show as always, and I'll be here just to, because I asked him if it was cool to be. And he said yes.
That's one thing that I, as not just a boss, but as a friend and a mentor, one thing you do, you could easily have taken that sale for yourself and said, I'm going to do this at my house Monday morning and call it a day. No, you're incorporating the store into our everyday life. Because not many people know, I met you about 3 years ago, and we've been booking it for 3 years. We've always been on the road. We've never been stationary. We consistently move 7 days a week. So to be stationary for the first time, to add a little pizzazz to what we do normally.
That too.
Yeah.
But it was also, this opportunity was given to us by our partners, RTC. Thank you. And all our mentors. Dad, thank you. All our greatest clients, thank you. We will continue to earn it, improve it we shall. So these store clients, that client actually booked for a custom-made garment, but also there's store hours, 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday. Mm-hmm. Stock garments, there's a versatility of products for everybody. Sekou is here 6 days a week. Raymond has been with the company for decades.
40 years.
When I was a kid in the high school co-op program working at the factory, Raymond had been running the the store there right out of the factory for 2 decades already.
Yeah.
Another mentor, great, and he fills in for us when Sekou can't be here. My other employees, our other employees and great friends, Tyler and Joe. I mean, it's just like we're a family, and that family is in one service, one mode, to bring our clients the quality and the service that they want, they haven't had yet, or they're not accustomed to, and to surprise them and exceed their expectations.
Most definitely. And I think we should also tell the family what's to come from the store. Because one thing I've noticed, and a lot of people have noticed, our social media footprint in the past 6 weeks has significantly grown. We're doing reels, we're taking photo shoots, we're highlighting off-the-rack pieces as well as beautiful made-to-measure pieces. We just want the world to feel how we feel about tailored clothing, and it's one of the best feelings to feel.
I mean, we got to give props up to our boy Aristocrats, our friend Joey Brigado.
My man Joey B.
An employee. 9 years ago, I first started my Facebook business page on my own. It was a lot. Then 5 years ago, the Instagram. And Joe and I were friends before he helped me out as an employee. But he took, in the last 3 years, our presence to a different level. Before the store foundation, the combo between us and RTC, it was done in the way with such artistic attention to detail that people were interested, but they didn't fully understand what we did. That was the mystery. And now the mystery is coming, it's more like a reality. So that 3 years of work that our buddy did to show our work, our dream, our measurements, us being on the road, it's starting to come together.
And that's what we love to see. We love to hear it. I was talking, listen.
Sorry, I like giggle.
No, you're good.
I like giggle. You can't work in the giggle? Yeah, no. You can have fun here. We have an espresso machine. If you want a cocktail, we can provide that, set that up. You know, if you have to drive, there's a 1 cocktail, 2 cocktail limit. And, you know, we're real responsible about that. But this is the culmination of our dream, and
I do want to give a shout out to Joe as well. Joe just got his first custom made jacket. And I want to tell people how this went down. You would think most people, when they get a custom made piece, you know, they pick it out, they oftentimes say what they want. No. Mr. Brigado proceeded to simply, I want that fabric. And then was just quiet. So what I proceeded to do for him was, we got dusty rose pink stitching on every seam and a beautiful...
Dusty rose? Oh my gosh.
A beautiful red mother of pearl button. I'm kind of upset I did this so well because I kind of want it for myself.
You want it. This poor guy, every first fitting on a custom garment, everything he's right, Joe. I got a Venmo even before I knew he was ordering his first custom piece from him. That's the dedication he put into this, and you put in the details in it.
Oh, yeah.
I helped with the measure. It was a team effort, but we had over 3 different tailors, 28 to 32 garments a week. He waited 3 weeks to have the handmade buttonholes, the last part of the fitting. On the first fitting, we don't finish the buttonholes just in case it's got to be adjusted, lengthened or shortened. Otherwise, the proportion is thrown off. He waited 3 extra weeks and put our clients first to have that procedure done and finally wear his jacket, which will be tomorrow, I think, this weekend, next week.
Ooh.
Joe. love you, Dad.
So let's tell the family where the store is, because I want people from Alaska coming to Rochester to buy clothes. The store is located at 275 East Ave in Rochester, New York, at the corner of East Broad and South Union. It's very important that you remember, at the corner of East Broad and South Union. If you just type in 275 East Ave, you will end up 1/10 of a mile away, and we won't get to make magic.
Unless the there's a few of us here and we've got to run out and chase it. But you don't know about that, Tyler, our other friend employee, we did today with our internet marketing person is our Google listing for this, Omeros and Rochester Taylor Clothing, will be registered within a week and a half. So that's in the process. So forgive us for having to explain the directions. It's a unique intersection, and there's a few other things on the first floor, but you will have that. You could type into Google Omeros RTC in a week from now, and it will be registered and bring you right here.
And I think that's a part of this that
No,
you're good. I want this place, like I'm old enough at 24 to remember when every Saturday was go buy a suit. Every Saturday you go get a new dress shirt, new tie. There's no place to do that now. So my new life goal that I've created is I want RTC as well as Omeros to be I guess in my mind, the only two places you consider when you talk about clothing.
I couldn't have said that better.
It's a dream. Matt and I, we consider ourselves premier clothiers. We don't like talking about how we do stuff. We don't like bragging. We prefer to, as Matt said, prove what we do. No matter if you've been a client for 40 years or if you've been a client for 10 seconds, we proceed to prove what we do every step of the way because it's that important to us. If we were concerned about how much money you could give us, we'd be billionaires. And I mean that, billionaires. We're concerned about how happy you truly are in your garments.
And that's not giving us money, that's investing in your image, which we prove each and every time.
Each and every time.
And service those garments in between your next purchase. A button falls off. Mother of pearl, heat cracks, it's temperamental. A lot of dry cleaners, to remove the scent and heat and clean a garment, they have to use heat. And mother of pearl is temperamental. We have dozens and dozens of sets here at the factory, in my personal residence. It's as easy as that's why Sekou is running the store, so Tyler and I on the road in between our private clients could pick up that service work, get that one button fixed, put a whole new set on, press it, dry clean it for them, bring it back, and it's there 2 or 3 days later at the store here for the client to come pick up. Like it was brand new for Sekou to deliver.
What we haven't even disclosed yet is...
Tell me about it, come on.
Through Omeros at the store, we provide alterations.
Oh.
So if you buy something off the rack, you can still get an Omeros experience. We will be your tailors. Yep. And that's something we enjoy. I've added pick stitching to a guy's jacket just because he wanted to buy it off the rack, but he had a few extra details he wanted to add, buttonholes, and he wanted pick stitching added to it. I was more than happy to do it for him.
There is no in our service work.
No.
They want it. Yeah, the hand stitch a stock garment, it might be a few $100 investment. Mm-hmm. But if they want it, we know who to get. We know who to bring it to. We have the tailors that work for us privately. Sekou pins and chalks it in the store, writes down the details, and that's Tyler and I and Joe are on the road. And Joe's doing a collage of all the last 3 years of the media experience of what we're living, and while we're living it, serving it. A button, even a stock, shortened sleeves, and
everything.
Standard alterations. Say a stock garment, shortened sleeves, waist and seat in, finish the bottoms, whether a 2-inch cuff or plain. We're going about a week and a half on alterations on a stock garment, and that's just another service that we've always wished the previous life of the factory store offered, but now with our new partners, RTC, and our dedication to the road, we're able to do that.
And that's, especially these days, when you met me, I think you kind of knew how particular and specific I am about tailoring.
I met you. Well, let me tell you about the day you came over for an interview. I'm like, all right, let's meet next week. That was Thursday you came over, or Friday. And I'm like, let's meet next Tuesday for another interview. That was Friday in the day. You called me Saturday afternoon. I'm at a family party. You're like, I might have some clients for us tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was Friday night, the family party. Saturday was the clients.
Yep.
I'm like, you know what? Get the time locked in. He's like, 2 o'clock. I'm like, I'll pick you up.
It's done.
We went and had the fortune, and Sekou came off the interview running that day. When I dropped him off in the driveway, I Venmo'd him immediately, a commission up front, and I said, welcome aboard.
And that right there is how I knew that working with Omeros, working with Matt and this family, it was going to be different.
I have to prove it every day. Joe and Tyler have to prove it. Mm-hmm. We have to prove it for our clients. He proved it.
And the rest is history.
If I say prove again, that's it. That's it. Give me this thing. Here's the chalk here. No more proof. Okay.
The rest is history. We're obsessed with the eighth of an inch. We're obsessed with perfection. In a world where people say perfection doesn't exist, we're obsessed with it.
You know, when they told me no about 1/16 of an inch, I know you can't even open a seam. It takes a quarter of an inch.
I'm sure we can find a way.
What do you think? This is in NASA, the James Webb Telescope, 1/16 of an inch. I'm like, well, you know, can I just write it down and we just do an eighth anyways? You know, that extra 16, you know, that makes me sleep tight at night. You know, it's that warm, cozy feeling after you get a nice little Vino Rosso after a couple meatballs and a plate of pasta. You got your daughter there on the couch with you. You got a cat coming up. That's what that extra service work translates to, the feeling of happiness for us, because we made you happy.
Oh yeah, to know that I made you happy before you even see this garment. You know where that takes me? I already know that you're going to be elated, because I'm elated.
We got a lot of work in process, and we're talking a big game here. So
we're going.
We're going to prove it.
We're going.
Gosh.
One thing about us, I think that why we work so well also, we appreciate hard work, and we consistently do it.
And our clients that invest with us, a lot of them had made success before we did, and we asked questions, and they were nice and kind enough to share how they made it, how they became special, mm-hmm. how their hard work translated to being able to invest in a stock $600 sport coat or a $2,000 custom-made garment. Mm-hmm. We listened, and we're trying to emulate ourselves, their hard work in our own way, for them, by them, with Commander.
I
like that name, Commander.
I think that's what sets us apart.
Godfather. It's cool, but Commander, just something about that. It's got 2 M's in it. It's 3 syllables. Oh, so does Godfather too. But
that's true.
But you know, I don't know where I was going with that.
What's next?
What's next?
Go ahead. For the people is, one thing we did just get approved for, not that it's a lesser product, but we got approved for the basics. So now with Omeros Custom Ltd. along with RTC, you can get a custom-made suit for starting at $12.95. And those include charcoal, politician blue, a medium blue, and a black. Now, if you want a little more pizzazz, some pattern, a little more better count thread on your fabric, we go up a little bit. But that's the joy of it. We can go around the world, and I can show you everything you want to see.
Without getting ludicrous. And new clients, whether it's stock or custom made, we like to start from foundation. Something versatility, something they could use for an interview, a wedding, an event, a different shirt, different pocket square, different tie or pair of shoes. It's a different outfit all the time. Mm-hmm. Always start with versatility, unless the client, which ultimately controls the decision, likes to be bold and bold up front forever. That's their choice, but...
Mm-hmm. That sounds a lot like me. Yeah. Sounds a lot like me. I remember, can I get this jacket with pink stitching? Okay, you need something a little more conservative. I remember the day. It was hilarious.
The second weekend, and you're like, I want a mink. A mink. Like, I can't even spell mink. Like, I found one in the wilderness. I got kicked out on the porch. I was snuggled up in it. That's what I know, mink. But 3 months later, you got the cashmere overcoat with the mink collar.
That is my baby. Do you understand? I'll go to war about that coat.
My buddy and me. Remember that commercial from the 80s? Yeah, you weren't born yet. I'm getting old. 40.
You're 40.
40.
You're almost 50.
Oh my gosh, if I make it till the next time Halley's Comet comes into our solar system, I saw it in 97, I think 2061, that'd be late 70s for me, I'm a happy man.
That's what we'll do. We'll have cigars and whiskeys when it happens.
When it comes in.
That's it.
Guess what, it might be cloudy that fucking that whole 3 months while it's in view of us. But you know what? Go out with a bang and pretend it's there. Alive. Hey, great life. Bye. Love you.
So, guys, we just wanted to say hi, let you guys know that we are back and in full effect. You will be seeing podcast episodes every 2 weeks. Amazing content coming from you guys. We appreciate you guys for supporting us consistently. Please like, comment, subscribe. You know Omeros Custom LTD's social media. Mine is the Sartorial Don. Please.
Come into the store and allow us to prove it. Service first.
And always,
Thank you.
dress passionately.